What's good, y'all? Max aka Quay. New SpongeBob conspiracy theory number 8. The time traveling ghost theory, man. We're going to jump straight into it. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. Let's get it started.
Alright, so this time, instead of ending with the big twist, I'm just gonna open with it. The Flying Dutchman is the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. This is a claim that makes absolutely no sense. They look different, they act different, and most importantly, Patchy the Pirate is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
It would be impossible to prove that they're the same person, right? Well,
yeah.
You know, I like a challenge. This is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory.
This is a new theory. I'm pretty sure he's gonna tie it all together though.
Monster in my basement?
Yeah.
How do you know about that?
I have one too.
What?
Oh yeah, I remember that from the last one.
So, when you say you have a muse, you mean you also have a creepy monster thing in your basement giving you SpongeBob theories?
Well, no, it didn't give me SpongeBob theories. It got me my commercial jobs.
I didn't even know there was more than one. I have like 1,000 questions right now. Like, what exactly are they? Where do they come from? What do they want?
Oh, I probably don't know that much more than you. Mine just showed up in my house one day and eventually it left.
Wait.
That's weird.
Yours left? As in you don't have a muse?
No. I just kept giving mine meat, it got me a permanent job, and then it left.
Yeah. Guess his just got comfortable.
I know they seem really weird and creepy at first, but honestly, they're just here to help.
But didn't you have to feed yours, like, more than just meat?
No. What have you been feeding yours?
Mine ate a cat.
Hang on, you gave your muse a cat?
I didn't feed it the cat, okay? It was in my home and then it took it, okay? It wasn't my fault.
Okay, well, obviously you don't have a cat in your home when you have a muse. Listen, just keep giving it meat, and eventually it'll leave you with enough SpongeBob theories to last you for years.
Maybe. It might just not ever leave.
Hey, so I've been thinking about things and I'm willing to continue our relationship, but things have to be very different this time. No more eating living animals, let's just stick to the store-bought meat, okay?
I don't know if you're gonna go for that though.
Oh.
Number 8.
Okay. Great, glad we're on the same page. You know, I'm sorry about all the shouting and the craziness. You know, I don't have anything against you personally.
Whoa.
I think if we just communicated better, we could have, you know, avoided a lot of the issues that we were having. But I'm glad we finally have an understanding.
Oh! Man stabbed his neck? Oh! Nah, I gotta go. Android gotta go.
Time traveling ghost pirate theory.
Immediately.
That's the real title we're going with? Sure, fine, whatever.
Oh boy. The tragedy of Patchy the Pirate. Let's get it.
Before I get into how these characters connect, I have to explain the tragic backstory of Patchy the Pirate.
I'm Patchy the Pirate, president of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club.
Man was
Patchy the Pirate is the
fanatic,
president of the SpongeBob fan club, and they often cut to him during special episodes to host the show and talk to the audience. He fits in perfectly with my television theory, and clearly works for the in-universe SpongeBob SquarePants showrunners as some kind of mascot for the show.
Of course.
Well, if it isn't my less than amusing side.
Yeah, that's obvious, of course.
Patchy is this weird, lonely guy whose only friend is a talking parrot who's constantly harassing him, and I'm also pretty sure Patchy wants to eat him.
Shiver me timbers, it's Patty! I wonder what parrot tastes like!
But that's not what this theory is about. If you rewatch all the episodes with Patchy, you start to notice a bit of a disturbing development with his character. Patchy has devoted his entire life to SpongeBob, but that devotion is very one-sided.
Yeah, and man was like super obsessive, and it seemed like low-key as it went further into the show, he started losing his mind, man. Like, of all the things to be obsessed, like he was just like, I don't know, just mega obsessed with SpongeBob, bro. A little unhealthy.
More time that goes on, the more resentful Patchy becomes of SpongeBob. In the season 3 episode Party Pooper Pants, Patchy throws a house party and tries to invite SpongeBob, but he doesn't show up.
Say, you didn't bring SpongeBob with you, did you? Gee, I sure hope he got his invitation.
He ain't coming.
I'd sure like to go to this party, but I can't read the invitation.
But Patchy doesn't really seem to be that upset about it.
Ah, well.
But
For
then
now.
things start to take a turn in the episode The Sponge Who Could Fly. Patchy follows a map and goes on a crazy adventure to find the legendary Lost SpongeBob episode, and after finally getting it,
I remember
this
this
is what
premiered.
plays.
Got trolled with the... Man was tight, bruh. Destroying everything in the house.
That's
Just...
the lost episode? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! What a rip!
Man was
So
mad.
Patchy got let down by SpongeBob again, but I'm sure he'll get over it just like last time.
I forgot that part.
Betrayed
Yeah,
us!
he was just mad. He's like, come on, bruh.
This stupid fan club in the first place.
Come on,
Patchy
bruh.
has a full-on mental breakdown. Now, eventually he does
Gone.
find the real Lost episode and goes back to normal, but this is just the start of Patchy's transformation
I like that
into
room,
a
though.
much darker character.
I like that
In the
room.
season 6 episode Truth or Square, Patchy throws a massive television extravaganza to celebrate 10 years of SpongeBob. There is a ton of production value and celebrities that Patchy managed to get. There is no way SpongeBob wouldn't show up for it.
SpongeBob SquarePants! What do you mean he's not coming? 10 years I've been president in his fan club!
You probably just
He has
don't like him.
dedicated 10 years of his life to SpongeBob, and he can't even be bothered to show up once.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I know there's like a super obsessed crazy guy like this, man, got all kind of posters, got the bed, the way he be flipping out, I wouldn't want to meet him either. I'm gonna be honest. I would try to get as far away from it as possible. Might get a restraining order.
And this never even gets resolved in the episode either. Patchy tries to find SpongeBob, thinks he's about to meet him, but then it turns out it was all just a dream.
Are we living in a dream?
No, it's just me, the guy in the penny.
Patchy's one-sided obsession
He
with
went back in time?
SpongeBob is making him delusional, and this is by no means the last time Patchy will hallucinate meeting SpongeBob. In Atlantis SquarePantis, Patchy
Wow,
gets
wow.
lost in the desert and once again hallucinates SpongeBob.
Off of cartoons, crazy.
Here come the hallucinations.
It's me, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Who the hell is this? Nah,
Then in
it's right here.
SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, it seems like he finally really does meet SpongeBob.
From your biggest fan.
I didn't see this.
I have a fan?
Surprise!
How is he
It's
underwater?
Patchy the Pirate! Happy birthday, SpongeBob!
Why is it only his head?
Patchy?
But even if they don't explicitly say it, this is definitely another hallucination. It's right after he crashed into an island, and he's just a severed head for some reason.
Yeah.
And he can breathe underwater. Yeah, I'm gonna say
That
that
would
this
make
is
no
a
sense.
hallucination. They have another alleged meeting in
He doesn't got
SpongeBob's
it.
Road to Christmas special, but this time Patchy's fully animated for some reason, so I'm pretty skeptical about this one
What's
too.
this?
In fact, I'm gonna come back to this one. Keep it in mind because it's gonna be very important later on. So,
That's
as much as
ugly.
Patchy worships SpongeBob and wants to meet him, he never will. And you don't have to take my word for it either. In a 2009 WonderCon panel with some of the actors and creators of SpongeBob, they talk about the rules they have for writing the show, including the fact that Patchy can never meet SpongeBob.
His character has evolved into this pirate that's obsessed with SpongeBob. Well, they can never meet, right? Well, yeah, they can never meet. There's a lot of rules in SpongeBob which are there for a reason. I think it's part of his success in a way.
From the very start of his creation, they doomed Patchy to be an obsessed fan who would never meet his idol. He will
Didn't
spend
they
the
meet
rest of his
before?
life devoted to SpongeBob, but no matter how hard he tries, he will never reach Bikini Bottom, and he will never meet SpongeBob. And unfortunately, that is the tragic story of Patchy the Pirate.
I could have sworn it was an episode
But
where they.
if all of that's true, then I just have one lingering question. How come the dumpster behind the Krusty Krab has a message that reads, Patchy was here? Don't go anywhere, because the time-traveling ghost pirate theory is about to get crazy.
The plot thickens. Yeah, I could have sworn he went there at least once. I could be wrong though. SpongeBob Band-Aid kind of crazy. hallucinating too? Like Patchy 2.0. Oh, that ain't good. That was weird. Hell of a mess. God damn, even leaving the milk out? Oh, nah, how long that milk been out there? Boy, what the hell? Don't tell me because he got hit with the thing. Now he gonna be eating raw meat like it? Pause. Big pause. Major pause. Nah, that's disgusting. Actually, that's gross. He gonna mess around and turn into the thing.
I'll come back to this message later, but first, we have to talk about the mysterious origins of the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman is the legendary ghost pirate that haunts Bikini Bottom.
In a pirate ship, the Flying Dutchman descends on Bikini Bottom.
The first time we hear about the Flying Dutchman is in the episode Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost, when SpongeBob finds a comic book about his origins.
It's the origin of the Flying Dutchman. It says when he died, they used his body as a window display. Now he haunts the seven seas.
Wait,
because
so they
he
just
was
had
never
it.
put to rest.
That's kind of weird. Like, so he just had like just a dead body on display, just a rotten corpse. Boy, what? That's, man. Imagine they do something like a Macy's or Old Navy or something like that. Man, you walk in, you smell the funk. Ugh.
I've always been a little skeptical about this origin, not just because it's claiming they put an actual human corpse up as display in a kid's store, but because the Flying Dutchman himself contradicts it.
It's a little torn. Of course, it was the shirt I was buried in.
He was never put to rest.
If he was buried, then this origin can't be true. So, who was the Flying Dutchman actually? Well, when I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I kept noticing that he seems to have some kind of fixation with SpongeBob in particular. In the episode Shanghai, he drops his anchor on SpongeBob's home, which leads to him having to briefly join the Dutchman's crew. Then, in Born Again Crab, he's about to take Mr. Krabs' soul, but then immediately changes his mind when SpongeBob
he got some type of fixation on SpongeBob.
And even in the Camp Coral prequel show, he haunts SpongeBob as a kid. But strangest of all, in Ghost Host, the Dutchman's ship gets destroyed, and out of all the places in Bikini Bottom he could stay, he decides to stay with SpongeBob.
Terrifying in the whole episode.
Business or residence? Residence.
And look at the way he mischievously smiles when he sees SpongeBob. It feels like this is personal for him, but why? The episode Ghost Host is actually the first time we get a bit more depth of the Flying Dutchman's character. At first, he spends all of his time torturing SpongeBob, but eventually, he just wants to stay and hang out with him.
Maybe stay with a friend for a while. Just for a little while longer.
Even though his ship's already been repaired for 3 months.
Actually, I have a confession, SpongeBob. My ship's been done for 3 months now.
It feels like the Dutchman has some kind of vendetta against SpongeBob specifically, but also, deep down, he's just lonely and wants to be SpongeBob's friend. And does that remind you of anyone? Someone who's desperate to be SpongeBob's friend, but also has a deep resentment
that makes sense. Yeah.
But there's like a bunch of reasons why the Flying Dutchman couldn't be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. I mean, for starters, they look totally different, right? Different shirt, different hat, and most importantly, the Dutchman doesn't have the iconic hook and eye patch that Patchy does. This is the point where I was about to give up and scrap this theory, but then I decided to rewatch the Season 1 episode, Arg, where SpongeBob plays a board game called The Flying Dutchman's Treasure that's actually based on the Flying Dutchman's real map.
The Flying Dutchman's Treasure Hunt.
Based on a real treasure map.
And then I noticed something. one of the game cards actually shows a picture of the Flying Dutchman. I mean, look, he clearly has the same nose and face as him, but this looks like a picture of when he was still alive and had a darker black beard. But the hat he's wearing is not the usual Flying Dutchman hat. It is the exact same hat Patchy the Pirate wears. Okay, but he still doesn't have the eye patch and the hook hand, right? Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Neither does Patchy. Patchy's hook is always switching hands, and he constantly takes off his eye patch, because Patchy isn't a real pirate. He's just pretending to be one.
The great thing about Patchy is that he lives in Encino, California.
He's a fake?
But he's a pirate. But the only thing that makes him a pirate is that he says he's one and dresses like one.
Okay.
Man, this whole time I thought he was a pirate. He over there faking living in California, being super obsessed with SpongeBob. Boy, what the hell? I could have sworn he was a pirate for real. I could have sworn, I don't know, maybe I just overlooked that as a kid. I could have sworn dude was pirate.
Fine, but the shirt is still very different. You know, the Dutchman's is all open and it's got those stripy things. Patchy's is more fancy with the big white puffy collar and cuffs.
Drip.
Well, in the Curse of Bikini Bottom, we see the Flying Dutchman's closet and he pulls out the exact same shirt that Patchy wears. Same fancy puffy collar, same cuffs. Fine, okay? Maybe Patchy the Pirate and the Dutchman look the same, but that doesn't mean they're the same person. It's time we address the elephant in the room. The Flying Dutchman can't be Patchy's ghost because Patchy is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman. Like, in order for this theory to be true, Patchy would have to die and then the Dutchman's ghost would show up. But they're simultaneously existing at the same time. Patchy even shows up during an episode all about the Flying Dutchman, and he even calls it his favorite episode.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai. Ta-da!
It is physically impossible for Patchy and the Dutchman to be the same person. Or is it? Things are about to get stranger.
I mean, low-key, time traveling do make sense because the Dutchman is super powerful. He got a bunch of powers. Man was opening dimensions. I remember there's the episode where he opened the door and it was like the department store. And yeah, so I mean that makes sense. But I want to see how he gonna tie it in though. Dude is super strong.
Once again for supporting us at Happy Meat Farms. Together, we're building a better future.
Cut! Let's move on.
Hey Victoria, I tried to work things out with the muse like you said, and then I'm pretty sure it like bit me or something, and now I'm like feeling really weird and craving raw meat. Could you just call me back please? I'm starting to freak out a little bit.
Victoria, where have you been? I've been trying to call you all day.
Hey, sorry, I'm at work.
Okay, so like the muse like bit me, I think, and now I'm like craving raw meat and...
Yeah, I know, I got your messages. Just calm down. This is a good thing.
How is this a good thing?
What? It's almost over. Okay, here's what I need you to do.
She must have went through that. Guess I'll let you know. It's about time.
When I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I noticed something strange. In the Season 7 episode, The Curse of Bikini Bottom, the Dutchman gets a girlfriend, but starts to freak out when she wants to get married.
She wants to marry me! I ain't the marrying type!
But the Dutchman not being the marrying type isn't entirely true. Back in Season 3 during Ghost Host, we see that the Dutchman was once married.
Oh yeah.
Alright, but so what? You know, this just seems like a small continuity error between seasons. No surprise for SpongeBob. But in the Season 6 special, SpongeBob versus the Big One, there's an even stranger moment like this. The Flying Dutchman bumps into Mr. Krabs and says this to him.
Ah! It's a Flying Dutchman! Ah! It's some guy I've never seen before!
He says he's never met Mr. Krabs before, but there are 2 whole episodes from previous seasons dedicated to the Dutchman trying to steal Mr. Krabs' soul for being too greedy.
That's
They're even on a first-name basis.
Eugene Them crabs.
Hit him with the government name.
Alright, so another weird inconsistency with the Dutchman, but I'm still not convinced that it's not just lazy writing. But back in the Curse of Bikini Bottom, there's a moment that cannot be written off as another continuity error. SpongeBob and Patrick accidentally shave off the Dutchman's beard, and the Dutchman claims the beard won't grow back for another 1,000 years.
Your beard will just grow back.
Ugly as hell.
Nothing of my facial hair. It'll take 1,000 years for my beard to grow back.
But by the end of the episode, we cut to several months later, and his beard is back.
The curse will
Cat.
wear
That's
off
Cat
when
too,
my
then.
beard grows back.
Several months later.
She wants to marry me!
It's not like this is just some plot point they forgot about between episodes. This several months later is in the same episode where the Dutchman says the beard takes 1,000 years to grow back.
It'll take 1,000 years for my beard to grow back.
Several months later.
And they're in the
Why
same
the
episode.
fuck would they include this line if they were just gonna contradict it a few minutes later in the same?
Duh, I didn't know. I thought it was like over a couple like episodes. They're joining in the same episode. They said, "Why the
fuck would they include this line if they were just gonna contradict it a few minutes later in the same goddamn episode?" They even blatantly mention that it's several months later twice, as if they're trying to make you realize how inconsistent it is.
Several months later.
Well, here we are several months later.
So, what does any of this mean? Why are the writers of SpongeBob intentionally making the Flying Dutchman as inconsistent as possible? Well, the only way that this makes sense to me is if we're seeing the Flying Dutchman non-chronologically. And by that I mean the Flying Dutchman is time traveling. Just bear with me for a second.
Yeah, explain
for
that.
SpongeBob, only several months have passed, but for the Dutchman, it actually was 1,000 years later. The Dutchman didn't recognize Mr. Krabs in season 6 because for him, this is the first time they've met. And from his perspective, the episodes where he tries to take Mr. Krabs' soul haven't happened yet. The Dutchman's not the marrying type in season 7, but he probably actually does end up getting married to the giant monster, and that's why we see him with a ring in season 4. Because the past is the future for the Flying Dutchman. Whoa, okay, let's calm down for a second there, Alex. This time travel idea does fix a lot of problems with the Dutchman's continuity, but claiming a character has time travel powers is a major leap. I mean, don't get me.
I mean, he bro got powers though. He got if he wasn't powerful, I'd be like, I don't know about that. But nah, he was doing all kind of stuff throughout the
Flying
series.
Dutchman is a very powerful ghost. He can teleport, he can shapeshift, he can grant wishes, but we've never seen him manipulate
opening
time.
dimensions.
You get 3 wishes.
Wishes? I wish we had known that earlier.
Okay, you got 2 wishes left.
Huh. Okay, so the Dutchman's time traveling. And you know what this means? The Flying Dutchman could absolutely be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate, and I'm gonna prove it.
Okay. Yeah, that's plausible though. 100%. Wait, what did that say? My first feature film. I feel like I seen him somewhere. Am I tripping? I feel like I seen him somewhere.
Oh, hey Alex. What's up?
Hey Wes, sorry for just barging in on you like this. I was actually wondering maybe if you'd want to watch my new SpongeBob theory, maybe give me some feedback.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I love those videos. Come on, man.
Did you do a
How's
video?
the film thing going?
Oh, you know, funding's a nightmare.
Sure, figure it out. So just give it a watch. Tell me what you think. And is it cool if I use your bathroom?
Unless I'm
Yeah,
thinking
no
about
problem.
something
It's just right through there. So.
Cool. I guess enjoy. All right. So this time instead of ending with the big twist, I'm just gonna open with it. The Flying Dutchman is the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. This is a claim that makes absolutely.
Man, this video is really well made. Don't tell me he got one too. hallucinating again. Whoa! What the? What the fuck? He's about to transform the death of Patchy the Pirate.
So, if Patchy the Pirate eventually becomes the Flying Dutchman, that means at some point in the future, Patchy is going to die. Except, here's the thing. I think Patchy is already dead in present day, and we have already seen his death on screen. Remember that Christmas special I told you would be important later on? It's the season 13 episode SpongeBob's Road to Christmas, and as of recording this, it's the latest episode in the SpongeBob timeline. SpongeBob does meet Patchy in this episode, but for some reason, he's fully animated instead of using the usual live-action style.
Ahoy, SpongeBob and Patrick! It's me, Patchy the Pirate!
It honestly feels kind of creepy for some reason, especially since the creators themselves said that Patchy could never meet SpongeBob.
Well, they can never meet, right? Well, yeah, they can never meet.
Is it possible that this isn't the real Patchy? Well, the last time we saw live-action Patchy was in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, and that episode ended with him being fired out of a cannon and crashing into an island.
He ended up drowning or something?
Immediately after that, Patchy's severed head shows up and meets SpongeBob. But I already explained how this is clearly just another hallucination, and he's probably just gonna wake up on the island disappointed that he didn't actually meet SpongeBob like every other time. But what if this is something more than just a simple dream that he can wake up from? I mean, the last shot we saw of the real Patchy was him and Potty face down in the sand, struggling to get out.
So he's suffocated?
Didn't. And this is what Patchy is hallucinating as he dies. During this hallucination, he begins singing the show's theme song with SpongeBob to wrap up the episode.
Oh, who's having a birthday under the sea?
But as they're singing, we briefly cut to this horrifying shot of Patchy's body with Potty's head lying on the island, violently convulsing in pain.
Dang, they aired? Damn, they aired that?
It happened so quick that I didn't even process it the first time. But
that joint looked kind of scary, yeah.
For a kids show. Why the fuck did they show this? Is this some kind of PG symbolic way to show Patchy and Potty suffocating to death in the sand? Holy shit!
That would have made me uncomfortable as a kid. Or scared me, at least.
So, let's say Patchy and Potty, the hosts of the SpongeBob SquarePants television show, are dead. What happens now? Well, the show must go on. The SpongeBob SquarePants television show has to continue without him, but they need a new host to replace Patchy. Except, are they really gonna tell their young audience that their beloved Patchy the Pirate and Potty the Parrot are dead? No, they're gonna replace them with animated actors.
And they're using actors.
Hey, that's showbiz for you. But what happened to the real Patchy after he died?
Plus, I don't think anybody could replace Patchy the
Pirate.
Pirate.
Meet his idol SpongeBob, except when he goes to Bikini Bottom, what would he see? SpongeBob and all of his friends partying without him. Patchy dedicated his entire life to SpongeBob.
And then that make him go crazy and mad.
SpongeBob never even knew Patchy existed. And that resentment that's been building up inside of Patchy for all of these years finally explodes. And this is how Patchy the Pirate becomes the Flying Dutchman.
Which leads to him constantly picking on SpongeBob. That actually makes a whole lot of sense, bro. That makes a whole lot of sense, man. Dang, man. I've never seen that episode where he got sent into on that island, start convulsing like that. That must have been like a new episode or something like that. But yeah, that makes sense. Man, dying, and if you were to die, ain't really nobody who could really replace Patchy the Pirate, so they don't got no choice. Unless they did like a deep fake, but I don't think they'd go that far.
Patchy is done pretending to be a pirate and dressing up in his fake costumes. He gets a new look, a new identity, and now he can finally live out the fantasy of being a real pirate.
Out for vengeance.
Remember that board game that they said was based on a real map from the Flying Dutchman?
Based on a real treasure map.
We never really did see the map that it was based on, or did we? Remember when Patchy was looking for the Lost SpongeBob episode? He used this map to find it. Now, at first I thought these two maps didn't look all that similar, but the more...
The tree! Hold on. The tree, boom. Tree. The X. I think there was a skull too. I could have sworn there was like a little a skull and crossbone, but they already got like two right there. That makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Holy. That makes a lot of sense.
The more I looked at it, the more my mind was blown. Same red X in the middle, you got the compass, the palm trees, a turtle, a fish, but most importantly,
I didn't even
they
see
both
all of
have
those.
the forked tree.
Half a forked tree.
Look for the deacon's goose through the fork in the old tree.
That is a very specific detail. You would not just see that on any random map. The Flying Dutchman based his map off of the one from his past. So he's become the Flying Dutchman now, and his main target for haunting is, of course, the one who ignored him his entire life, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Payback time.
But how did Patchy become such a powerful ghost who can even manipulate time itself? Well, there's actually an episode in season 12 called The Ghost of Plankton that gives us a pretty clear understanding of how ghost powers work. It basically just takes time and effort to grow your powers. Patchy's already given SpongeBob 20 years of dedication, might as well go a little further with it as the Dutchman. Patchy travels back in time to visit all of his favorite, most cherished SpongeBob episodes, including his favorite episode, Shanghai.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai.
Except now, he's not just watching the episode. He's the one in control, and he's gonna make SpongeBob pay for everything he's done. And he's gonna make him pay over and over and over again. But then, we get to the episode, Ghost Host. Patchy initially moves in with SpongeBob to torture him, but as much as he tries to deny it, deep down, he's still that devoted fanboy who just wants SpongeBob to be his friend.
This makes a lot of sense.
As much as he wants to pretend to be the Dutchman, deep down, Patchy is still here. And that is why, if you go to the Krusty Krab after closing, and you go out the back to the dumpster, you can still read the words, Patchy was here. Yes, he certainly was. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory. Thank you
It
very
gotta be some
much.
more.
Oh shit, what about Potty? He died with Patchy too,
Yeah,
right?
about to say,
What
gotta
the
be
hell
some
happened
more.
to him? I can figure this out, just give me a second. Let me just quickly rewatch every single episode of SpongeBob. Gotta watch the spin-offs too. Okay, let me see. The motherfucker ate him!
I wonder what parrot tastes like.
That is the time-traveling ghost pirate
Yo!
theory, baby! I am done! Woo! See ya! Thank you again so much for watching. This was an
I wonder how he
especially tough
tastes,
one to
though.
figure out, but I think it all came together in the end.
What do he
If you
taste
haven't
like?
already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. I am your host.
You can't just kill him off and not let us know what he tastes like. Low key wanna know what he tastes like too.
Hey, Alex. I finished the theory. Pretty good stuff, man. You doing okay in there?
He turned into the what was it, the Muse?
Alex.
Nah, he next. Oh no, he's still alive. I think.
Alex?
Oh. Hi, Wesley.
What are you doing down here?
Sorry. I must have got lost.
That's okay. I finished the video.
No, Alex is gone. That's not even Alex no
What'd you
more.
think?
It was good. Hey, is everything okay?
Nah.
Is everything okay? Why wouldn't everything be okay?
Run!
Oh, dude, you're acting weird.
You know, you're right. I have been feeling weird lately. Wesley, I have a confession to make.
Oh.
I didn't come here to show you a video.
Wait, is that his hair or is that?
Why are you here?
Hey!
To help you.
Oh, you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like it took over his body.
Hey, sorry about all of that. I think I'm coming down with something.
It's alright, man. I'll clean it up.
It's all right, bro. He was acting weird.
You should probably go though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll go. Sorry again.
I'd have been super uncomfortable off that.
How are you feeling?
Like my stomach just got pumped.
You'll feel better soon.
I don't know how to feel about what I did.
I get it, but you did the right thing. And soon you won't have to worry about your muse at all.
His turn. Oh boy. Holy. Number 9. So is he gonna start doing them now?
I like the haircut, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah. Long hair just didn't really feel like me.
Thanks again for, you know, talking me through all this. Glad I don't have to deal with it on my own anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I get how weird it all is.
See you. You must have given someone else a muse too, right?
Yep.
Did you
Give it to him.
give me my muse?
Yep.
You needed help. It worked, didn't it?
Then where'd she get hers from?
Good night, Victoria.
Alright, that's it. That's the SpongeBob conspiracy number 8. This is some heat, man. A lot of y'all was commenting me for me to watch this. And I'm glad I did. Which, I mean, I was gonna watch it anyway. We watched all of them. We was gonna watch it anyway. But this was good. Like I said, it makes sense. The time traveling joint. At first I was like, what? But it makes sense. It's not too far off, considering he's very, very, very powerful. A lot of stuff that was tying in. The map. Man could open up portals to different dimensions. Can morph. Shapeshift. All that. So no, I'm not surprised he could do that. I just don't understand, man. I understand you could like something. You could be very, very passionate about something. But to the obsession, the levels of obsession that Patchy the Pirate was at, that's not healthy. That's not Christ-like. But hopefully guys enjoy it. If you do, you already know what to do. Maxy The Great, aka your favorite amphibian. And I'm out.